Hello everyone, this is GL from GL Tech School. In this video, I'm going to talk about loops in Python. There are two types of loops in Python called while loops and for loops, but in this video, we're going to learn for loops in Python. So let's get started. Before we write the code, we have to understand what is loop is. Looping is nothing but it is used to run a piece of code many times you want. For example, looping is nothing but it is an iteration. It runs your code over and over again for execution. For example, you have an assignment to print hello 100 times to the screen like this. Okay, then what you need to do, you have to repeat this process 100 times. Instead of writing it 100 times, you can write a for loop to do this task. For example, the main reason of looping is to reduce the code that you write, and it is very useful for iteration purpose. For example, instead of writing all of them at once, you can minimize your code and you can do your work in an effective manner. Looping is a very important factor in programming because when you work with data, like you load data, you extract data, you may need to use loop for many times. For example, I'm going to teach you for loop in Python. So this is the syntax of for loop. So I'm going to say range 1 and 100. So now if I say hello, so now I'm going to explain the syntax of this line. So x is a variable which starts at 1 and ends at 100 times. So basically what this line of code means, the loop starts at 1 at 100 times. The code inside this loop is going to execute 100 times. So instead of talking, I'm gonna run this program, then it will make you a perfect sense. Then after that I will talk a little bit about further. So now you can see the hello has been printed 100 times to the console, because this block of code, whatever the code you have put inside this loop, it may anything. For example, I'm going to say any or something like that. It's going to run 100 times, because basically when the program execute, the program read it, and when it hits this line, it's going to see hello and it's going to print hello. Then it jump over again, hello any, then jump over again. It repeats its process until 100. Okay, and if you want to, if you print this x, you may ask me, what is this x? This x is the initialization, which means the variable of this loop. So if I execute this program, it is going to print out 99, which means this loop runs 100 times. For example, like I said before, computer starts at 0. So if you want to execute this program, if you want to have a write things like 100, you can add 1 to it. Now you can see it is going to be 100. So by default it starts at 0, then it's increment, it's 1, 2, 3 and so on and so forth. Like I said before, computers starts to count at 0. That's the reason you get 100. That's the reason you get 99 instead of 100. So if you want 100, you can add 1 plus to it. So basically what will happen, it will at the first time this loop runs, it sees the x value will be 0. Then it will add 1 together. So 0 and 1 is going to be 1. So 0 and 1 is going to be 1. So that's the second attempt, the x is going to be 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to 2. Like that it is going to increment. So the third iteration is going to be 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Like that it is going to run the program 100 times. If you don't put this, it's going to print, the loop is going to start at 0 and its increment is by 1 and 2 and so on and so forth. So it's nothing but it is the variable. For example, x is nothing but it is a variable which contains its starting point, which means it contains its value. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. In the next video I will explain for loops in a perfect manner.